The close-knit community of Barrackpore, Trinidad, is reeling. This peaceful corner of the island, known for its vibrant culture and friendly faces, is grappling with a tragedy that has shaken its core: the disappearance and death of 15-year-old Malini Persad. Fear and grief have settled over the neighborhood like a thick fog. The heart of this tragedy lies in the unanswered questions and the chilling realization that danger can lurk even in the most familiar places. This isn't just a news story, it's a stark reminder of the vulnerability of young lives and the importance of community vigilance. Malini's story is a call to action, urging everyone to come together, to protect the vulnerable, and to seek justice for those who have been silenced. As the community grapples with this tragedy, they are united by a shared determination to find answers, to seek justice for Malini, and to prevent such horrors from happening again. The investigation is ongoing and the authorities are working tirelessly to uncover the truth behind Malini's disappearance and death. But they can't do it alone. They need the community's help to piece together the events that led to this tragedy and to bring those responsible to justice. Malini Persad was more than just a name in a headline. She was a daughter, a granddaughter, a niece, a student, a young woman with dreams and aspirations. She was a beloved member of the Barrackpore community, known for her quiet demeanor and kind heart. At 15 years old, Malini was navigating the challenges of adolescence, facing the world with a unique perspective shaped by her autism. Living with her father, Andrew Persad, her uncle, and her grandmother on Rochor Douglas Road, Malini found comfort in the familiar rhythm of her routine. Her days were marked by the structure she craved, finding solace in the online world of YouTube and the company of her family. Malini's autism wasn't a defining characteristic but rather a part of the tapestry of her being. It shaped her interactions, her preferences, and her outlook on life. She also managed atonic seizures, a medical condition that required careful attention and medication. Despite these challenges, Malini persevered, her spirit undeterred. She attended ASJ Girls College in Barrackpore, where she was known for her quiet diligence and her love for learning. Though introverted, she possessed a quiet strength and a gentle spirit that endeared her to those who knew her. Malini's world was one of simple joys: the comfort of her home, the warmth of her family, and the quiet satisfaction of her routines. She was a young woman of routine, finding solace in the familiar. She rarely ventured out alone, preferring the safety and comfort of her home. The morning of April 13, 2025 began like any other in the Persad household. The day stretched ahead, promising the familiar comfort of routine. Malini's father, Andrew Persad, her uncle and her grandmother prepared to leave for Point Fortin, leaving Malini in the care of her uncle, as they had done many times before. At 7 a.m., they bid farewell to Malini, their thoughts preoccupied with the day's errands. They left her in the care of her uncle, trusting in the normalcy of their routine. They had no reason to believe that this ordinary morning would be their last glimpse of Malini. When Malini's uncle returned home at 1:30 p.m., he was met with an unsettling silence. The house was empty, Malini nowhere to be found. Panic began to set in as he searched the house and surrounding areas. His calls for Malini met with a chilling quiet. The family was immediately contacted, their day trip cut short by the heart-wrenching news. Frantic calls were made, neighbors questioned, and the search for Malini began. As minutes turned into hours, a sense of dread descended upon the community. Where could Malini be? News of Malini's disappearance spread through Barrackpore like wildfire, igniting a wave of fear and concern. This close-knit community, where everyone knew each other's names and children played freely in the streets, was now united in their desperate search for Malini. Residents, their faces etched with worry, fanned out across the neighborhood, knocking on doors, scouring streets and backyards, hoping for any sign of the missing teenager. They distributed flyers with Malini's picture, her shy smile a haunting reminder of the innocent life that had vanished. The police were immediately notified, and a full-scale search operation was launched. Officers combed through the area, interviewing neighbors, and following up on every lead, no matter how small. They were joined by volunteers, their determination fueled by a shared sense of urgency. The Hunter Search and Rescue Team, HSRT, renowned for their expertise in missing person cases, answered the call for help. Led by the experienced Captain Valence Rambaret, the team deployed their specialized skills and resources to the area. They employed trained canines, their noses to the ground, sniffing for any trace of Malini's scent. Drones buzzed overhead, their cameras scanning vast stretches of land, hoping to catch a glimpse of the missing teenager. Section 5. A tragic discovery. For 3 agonizing days, the search for Malini continued relentlessly. Hope, though fading with each passing hour, flickered amidst the growing despair. The community refused to give up, clinging to the belief that Malini would be found safe. Then, on the afternoon of April 17, 2025, at 12:30 p.m., the search took a devastating turn. The piercing cries of crows led searchers down a secluded dirt path, KPA Trace off GP Road, Barrackpore. Under the shade of a sprawling mango tree, a gruesome discovery shattered the remaining hope. Malini's body, in an advanced state of decomposition, was found. The familiar clothes she wore on the day of her disappearance, now stained and torn, confirmed their worst fears. Near her body lay a blood-stained rope, a chilling testament to the brutality of her fate. A noose, fashioned from the same type of rope, was found discarded nearby, deepening the mystery surrounding her death. The discovery sent shockwaves through the community, turning collective grief into raw, unadulterated anguish. The realization that Malini had been so close, yet hidden from view, only amplified the pain. Section 6. The suspect. As the community reeled from the discovery of Malini's body, the police investigation intensified, shifting from a missing person case to a homicide investigation. The focus now was on finding the person responsible for this heinous crime. Investigators worked around the clock, following leads, interviewing witnesses, and piecing together the events that led to Malini's tragic end. They meticulously collected evidence from the scene, hoping to find any trace of DNA or fingerprints that could lead them to the perpetrator. Their investigation led them to a suspect, a 52-year-old male who lived just meters away from the Persad residence. He was known in the area, but Malini's family insisted they didn't know him personally. This proximity to the victim, coupled with the suspect's disturbing past, placed him squarely at the center of the investigation. The suspect had a prior arrest for the sexual assault of another teenager, sending chills down the spines of those who heard the news. This revelation painted a horrifying picture, suggesting that Malini may have been the target of a predator lurking in the shadows of their quiet community. Section 7. Pieces of a puzzle. With the suspect in custody, the investigation continued at a feverish pace. Forensic teams, led by Superintendent Julam Singh and Corporal Smith, descended upon the crime scene, their every move scrutinized by watchful eyes. Every inch of the area where Malini's body was found was meticulously combed for clues. The blood-stained rope found near Malini's body was carefully bagged and labeled, destined for the forensic lab. There, technicians would analyze every fiber, hoping to extract DNA evidence that could link the rope to the suspect, or to Malini herself. The noose, a chilling symbol of Malini's tragic end, was also collected as evidence. Its construction, the type of knot used, and any other distinguishing features could provide valuable insights into the perpetrator's methods, and possibly even their identity. Meanwhile, at the San Fernando General Hospital, the medical examiner prepared for a crucial part of the investigation, the autopsy of Malini's body. The autopsy, scheduled for April 22, 2025, was expected to confirm Malini's identity and, more importantly, reveal the cause of death. Section 8. A community in mourning. The pain of Malini's loss reverberated through the community and beyond. Her death wasn't just a statistic, a news story to be consumed and forgotten. It was a stark reminder of the vulnerability of children, particularly those with special needs. The Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago, ASTT, issued a statement expressing their profound sadness and outrage over Malini's tragic death. They emphasized the need for increased vigilance and support for neurodiverse individuals, urging communities to come together to create a safer environment for everyone. Malini's family, grappling with unimaginable grief, was overwhelmed with condolences and support from their community. Friends, neighbors, and even strangers reached out, offering words of comfort, prayers, and practical assistance during this difficult time. Andrew Persad, Malini's father, described his daughter as a quiet, cooperative child who loved her family and found joy in simple things. His grief was palpable, his voice heavy with sorrow as he spoke of Malini's love for her family and her quiet strength in the face of her medical challenges. The tragedy of Malini's death served as a wake-up call for the community, a stark reminder of the importance of looking out for one another and taking proactive steps to prevent such tragedies from happening again. Section 9. Justice for Malini. As the investigation continues, the community of Barrackpore remains on edge, desperate for answers and justice for Malini Persad. The arrest of the suspect brought a mix of relief and anger, a glimmer of hope amidst the overwhelming grief. The authorities are urging anyone with information, no matter how insignificant it may seem, to come forward. They believe that someone out there holds a piece of the puzzle, a detail that could crack the case wide open and bring Malini's killer to justice. Did anyone see Malini on the day she disappeared? Did anyone notice any suspicious activity near her home or in the area where her body was found? Even the smallest detail could be crucial in bringing closure to this tragedy and ensuring that Malini's killer is held accountable for their actions. The fight for justice for Malini Persad is far from over. It's a fight that requires the collective efforts of the police, the community, and anyone who believes that every life, especially the life of a vulnerable child, deserves justice.